One of the most anticipated matchups on UFC 300 for the BMF belt between Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway. Stick around to hear my thoughts on the BMF title bout on UFC 300. I'm Wyatt, and this is Fight Society. All right, guys, so one of the most exciting, but also one of the most pointless matchups on UFC 300 is Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway for the BMF belt. Now, don't get me wrong. I am crazy excited for this fight. The striking is going to be incredible, and there's so many questions to be answered about this fight. You have Justin Gaethje, who should be getting a title shot against Islam next, is defending his BMF belt against Max Holloway, who should be getting a title shot against Ilia Topuria at 145 pounds. Now, Max Holloway has said that he will go back down to 145 pounds, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that once fighters get a taste of that next weight class up, where they don't have to suffer as much during fight week, they don't have to run as much during camp, they get to eat a little bit more, they get to suffer a little bit less, I don't think most fighters ever want to go back down in weight. I know that Max Holloway is a super disciplined fighter, never been a lazy fighter or had lack of discipline, but I don't think we're going to see Max Holloway at 145 pounds again, win or lose. That could be a little bit of a hot take for me in regards to Max Holloway. And even if he hasn't said it yet, I think that his days at 145 pounds are finished. Now, Justin Gaethje, this could be the end of his career. Justin Gaethje has openly said that his next loss is he wants one last run at the title. His next loss is his last fight. With that said, it makes it so confusing to me as to why they put this fight together. They should have allowed UFC 298 to play out. They were probably expecting Volk to beat Topuria based on them booking this matchup. But if they would have let 298 play out and saw that Ilia Topuria won, they would have booked Max Holloway against Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje versus Islam Makhachev. That's why I say that this is one of the most pointless matchups on UFC 300. Not from a fan standpoint. This is going to be an incredible fight. Fireworks, probably go into the later rounds and be incredibly exciting for us. Fight of the night written all over it for the BMF fight. But it shouldn't even be happening. And on top of all of that, the BMF belt is not even a real belt. It's just so they can say that there's 3 title fights on UFC 300. I'm not a huge BMF belt hater like some people that are very strict about like rankings and the integrity of the rankings, but the belt's pointless. It's fun, but it's pointless. So the potential title shots against Ilia for Max Holloway and against Islam for Justin Gaethje and the pointless belt involved in this is why I say it's pointless. But from a fan standpoint, they gave us probably the fight of the night. If I was to put money on something being a fight of the night on UFC 300, I'd put the house on it being Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Now, from a style standpoint, I think this fight is going to be fought on the feet for the most part. Max Holloway, boxer that can wrestle as of lately, but heavy boxer. He's been throwing more kicks as of late too. But especially against higher level competition, he has stuck to the boxing. Justin Gaethje, elite wrestler, but he only uses it defensively. He only defends takedowns. He rarely shoots. So I think this fight is going to be fought on the feet. And I think it's going to come down to, does Holloway sting Justin Gaethje and potentially get him like standing TKO with a flurry of punches? Or does Max Holloway's legendary chin get cracked? Both of these guys are amazing fighters to watch. And from a stylistic standpoint, it's going to be a boxing match for the most part. I will be shocked if I see grappling here. But the first reaction that I had to this fight was that Justin Gaethje's got massive power for the weight class, and he's going to be the first one to break Max Holloway's chin. But the more I've thought about it, the more I think that Max Holloway is going to be just as durable at 155 as he is at 145, given that he's had a full camp to bulk up. He's not just going to be a featherweight Max Holloway fighting at 155. We're going to see for the first time a lightweight Max Holloway, because when he fought Dustin Poirier at 155, it was on short notice. And he was a featherweight, not cutting as much weight for that fight. But for this fight, fully bulked up, you guys have probably seen the videos. This is a different physique on Max Holloway. And I think that he's actually going to be able to hang in there with one of the hardest hitters that lightweight has ever seen. And with that said, my official prediction for Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje is that it's going to go into the later rounds, 3 or 4 or 5, and that Max Holloway is going to finish Justin Gaethje with a flurry of punches, potentially a standing TKO. But I think that it's going to go towards Max Holloway, and he could potentially get the next lightweight title fight against what I think is going to be the winner of Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this fight. Who do you think is going to win? And is this for sure fight of the night in your eyes? Let me know what you guys think. If you like this video and you want more content just like this, click that subscribe button down below. If you want more content from me, go check out my weekly comedy podcast, the Hissyfit podcast, and go check out my personal channel, Wyatt's World. Go watch this suggested video, and I'll see you next time.